What's going on, Knicks fans? Vigosportstalk here, host of Vigo Talks Knicks. In today's episode, we're going to talk about our win against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Woo! The Knicks now improved to 5-3. We are 5-0 at home. By the way, ever since the 2013, this is the first time since 2013, back with Carmelo Anthony, that we are 5-0 at home. And we may have lost 0-3 on the road, but that's pretty huge. 5-0 at home. I mean, who wouldn't want that? Who would not want that? It was a great win going against the two former Knicks, Julius Randle and Dante DiVincenzo. They both had really good games. I will say that. They both had real good games. I'm pretty sure Randle was the leading scorer, but at the end of the day, the Knicks played better. That's all I gotta say. We got. I know Karl-Anthony Towns didn't have like 20 plus points, but you can't lie. You seen the process. He was scoring crazy. He was going crazy. Look, he dunked over two of his former teammates. Well, actually, first he dunked over Rudy Gobert. That was a dunk on Gobert. I will say that. But the one on Ant, I will say, technically he's not dunking on him, but he was guarding him, and he kind of just moved out the way. So, in my opinion, that's a dunk on him because he made a business decision. So, that's all on him. He didn't want to get canceled. But that's not what we're going to talk about. We got to talk about our bench, how our bench played. I'm telling you guys, whenever our defense plays good and our bench plays good, we win the game. We win the game. It's that simple. If our benches plays good, drops 40 points, we just play good. That's all we got to do. I got to look at it. We scored 47 bench points. 47. Our leading scorer coming off the bench was Josh Hart, who had 18 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists in 27 minutes. I feel like Josh Hart is starting to get more into his rhythm because he's now used to the offense. He's scoring a lot. He was chucking up those threes. I'm not gonna lie. I was nervous. I'll be honest, because he hasn't been good from 3 this year so far. But he's proving everybody wrong. You could tell he's a better player coming off the bench. He's a good role player, one of the best in the NBA. He could get those rebounds. He could be up there for 6th man of the year. You never know. If he scores a little more than that, you never know. He could be a 6th man of the year. And for Jordan Clarkson, he has 7 points in 16 minutes. He's still getting used to it, but he had a pretty good game too, I will say. Landry Shamet, 3 points. Gershon Yabusele, 5 points. And then Miles McBride, 14 points. Who am I missing? This is not counting like the people who came in like the last minute, like Hukporti, Kolek, Muhammad Diawara. And I will say, shout out to Muhammad Diawara for getting his first NBA points. Shout out to that. I believe it was a layup or a dunk, but we gotta give a shout out to him, man. He was picked in the 2nd round this year. He's trying to earn his spot in the rotation, and he has a lot of potential. And I can't wait to see what he does for us in the future. And for now, we gotta talk about how the game started. Obviously, like as always, the first few minutes we did not start the game well. We didn't even score in the paint or from 3 at all. It was from the free throw line. We called a timeout, and we came out from there. We were just shooting those threes, going for layups, dunking. Woo! They couldn't stop us. They could not stop us. I believe we scored more than 80 points in the second half. That is insane. More than 80 points in the first half. I mean, in the second half. Sorry about that. And I know Brunson's not scoring as much, but you gotta realize, like, you gotta realize he's playing like 33 minutes. Usually he plays like 40 plus minutes. Like, he's a true player. If he's not scoring, he's not the type of player that is focused on stats, where like he has the ball in his hand. Oh, I'm gonna get his bucket. That's not the first thing that comes to mind. He looks around for anybody that's open. He sees a guy open, passes the ball to him. He had 10 assists actually. 10 assists for a reason. He almost had a triple-double, which is actually insane. Where he scored 23 points, he had the 10 assists, and 7 rebounds. I'm surprised he had 7 rebounds. He's not known for the rebounds, but he just needed 3 more rebounds, and he had a triple-double. That would have been amazing. I can't imagine that. Jalen Brunson having a triple-double, that's unheard of, with all due respect. But like I said, he's He's not a ball hogger. He's not gonna instantly go for the bucket. He's gonna pass the ball, and if he's open, go for the bucket. And so what? What if he airballs? Mitchell Robinson, we gotta talk about him too. Rebound, passes the ball back to him. That makes it. That's simple. Mitchell Robinson, he started this game. He only played 16 minutes, but in those 16 minutes, 16, he was a lot more impactful than you think. He had 8 points, 10 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, and 3 blocks. His defense this game was outstanding. He locked up and Jaden McDaniels, even Julius Randle. He was locking everybody up. It was insane out there. He needs to come back to the team. He has to come back. It's without a doubt. The season just started, but I'm not gonna think about offseason, but we gotta re-sign this guy. He's played with us for the last 7 years. He's been with the team since 2018. He's impactful. He's got to stay with us. He's very impactful. We got to keep him. I believe now he is third of all time in Knicks history for, I don't know if it's offensive rebounds or rebounds in general, but he's up there. And despite missing a lot of games, he's still up there, which is insane. I know Patrick Ewing's up there. He may be 1 or 2. And Ewing played like, I'm going to say like 1,000 games. And look, Mitchell Robinson's already catching up. So that just proves how good Mitchell Robinson is. Don't focus on the free throws. Pay attention to his defense, and you'll see why he is so impactful. And for every episode now, I post this on my Instagram. After every Knicks game, I'm going to hand out the VST, Vigosportstalk, Player of the Game. This award goes to the best player from the Knicks. After every win, by the way. After every win. We can't, if it's a loss, it don't count. After every win, whoever is the best player, in my opinion, from that game, they will be awarded the Vigosportstalk Player of the Year. Now for the first award, it goes to, I gotta get a drum roll for this. Coming out of London, coming out of 6'7", out of Indiana, 23rd overall, drafted by Toronto Raptors. He's good on defense. He's good offensively. He reminds me of Kawhi Leonard, the one and only OG Anunoby, baby. Clapping for OG Anunoby. He played amazing today. Amazing. And I know people are going to say, what about Mitchell Robinson? It was between him or Mitchell Robinson. I will say that. But OG played a lot more minutes. And I feel like maybe if I imagine Mitchell Robinson played like 30 plus minutes, he probably could have won it, I'll be honest. But OG, he had 25 points, 8 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals, 1 block. Defensively, no one he can guard anybody. That's what I like about him. He's not afraid who he's guarding. It could be LeBron, KD, Giannis, Julius Randle, and anybody. He's not afraid. He's going to guard a team's best player and lock him up no matter what. And I want you guys to realize that OG Anunoby, he's the most underrated player in the NBA right now. I say he reminds me of young Kawhi Leonard. Well, he's not scoring as much as young Kawhi Leonard, but he's good on both ends. He's good offensively. He's been getting better every year. And we all know how his defense is. So he reminds me of Kawhi Leonard. A lot like Kawhi Leonard. And he's inspirational, man. He's our best player. He's the best player from this game. And that's why he gets awarded the Vigosportstalk VST Player of the Game. Now for the Knicks, actually. I mentioned it last episode. I forgot to put the picture, but the Knicks, they hand a pair of Timbs and a hard hat to the best defensive player of the game. I thought it was going to be OG, but we all know OG's our best defender, so we got to give it to other people. But for this game, the best defender against the Timberwolves goes to Miles McBride. And he was good defensively. For his size, he's about 6'1", maybe. For his size, he's a really good defender. And I feel like nobody pays attention to his defense. For a person his size, he's really good at defending. And coming off the bench, he's a good scorer. He's impactful too. That was a good draft pick by the Knicks, and I'm glad I have him on the team. Man, I've been loving the last few games, getting the W in, getting the win. I'm loving Mike Brown, man. Now we play the Nets on Sunday, so I'm looking towards that. Man, it feels good to be a Knicks fan. Obviously, being a New York fan is pretty painful, but at least we have a good New York team, and I'm loving the New York Knicks. Hopefully, we can go to playoffs. I want to prove everybody wrong. This is only the start of the dynasty. This is Vigosportstalk here, host of Vigosportstalk's Knicks, and I'll see you next episode. Peace, Knicks fans. Let's go Knicks.